You know that feeling? When your alarm goes off for the fifth time and you're still negotiating with yourself to get out of bed? I remember when I first arrived at the monastery, I was that person. Yes, even monks struggle with laziness. But what I discovered here changed everything, and it wasn't what I expected. Let me take you back to my third week of training. The morning bell would ring at 4:30 a.m., and while my fellow monks would rise like bamboo shoots reaching for the sun, I was more like a stubborn rock refusing to move. One morning, my master found me still in bed. Instead of scolding me, he simply sat down and shared a story that would forever change my relationship with laziness. In ancient times, he said, there was a stream that encountered a massive boulder in its path. The stream didn't fight the boulder. It didn't complain about the obstacle. It simply found the path of least resistance, flowing around, under, and eventually over the boulder. Years passed and the stream's gentle persistence wore away at the boulder until it became part of the stream's beautiful path. He looked at me with those knowing eyes and said, "Your laziness is not your enemy. It's your boulder. Don't fight it, understand it." This completely shifted my perspective. I began to observe my lazy moments with curiosity instead of judgment. When did they appear? What triggered them? And here's what I discovered. My laziness wasn't really laziness at all. It was my body and mind crying out for something deeper. Sometimes rest, sometimes purpose, sometimes a different approach to the task at hand. The secret to overcoming laziness isn't in fighting it, it's in befriending it. Here are 3 Zen practices I learned. First, the small stream method. Break down your boulder into pebbles. Don't try to do everything at once. Start with one small action, like placing both feet on the floor when you wake up. Second, the mindful resistance practice. When you feel lazy, sit with that feeling for 1 minute. Often you'll find it's not laziness but fear, overwhelm, or simply a need for a different approach. Third, the purpose path. Connect every action, no matter how small, to your larger purpose. Even washing dishes becomes meaningful when you see it as an act of caring for your future self. Next time laziness visits you, greet it like an old friend with a message. Listen to what it's trying to tell you. Remember the stream. It didn't fight the boulder, it danced with it. And in that dance, both the stream and the boulder created something beautiful. Take a deep breath with me now. Your laziness might just be the teacher you've been waiting for. For more daily wisdom, subscribe and ring the bell.